Okay, Yugi. You. Chilling out with your crew in the schoolyard, finding trouble, never looking too hard. But back at class, they never taught us this. Things you gotta live and learn.
One day I will just flip, like I'll just lose it. We were talking about that today actually, where I work, and I'm the only person who hasn't like yelled at somebody or like cussed them out or something. But
Frog's gonna snap.
everybody's just like, the day I do is gonna be like, nobody's gonna want to be near me. I don't even want to be near me.
Frog's gonna snap, and everyone's gonna know he does when you hear this. He's gonna take the frying pan to somebody.
I will find the cast iron.
Hammer across the world.
You guys will one day just feel a slight reverberation and maybe just the faintest sound of a cast iron hitting somebody.
Yeah,
and you'll be like, today's the day.
off in the distance. Or it's gonna be like that one bit in SpongeBob. You're gonna hit someone with a pan. All of a sudden, I'm gonna be at work. It's like, Hawk, what's wrong? I don't know. I felt a disturbance. I need to go. What now? Yes, I get in my car and I drive to Frog's restaurant.
Meanwhile, the entire police force and 3 ambulances.
I drive into the back. You're like looking for a way out, and I give the secret honk.
Yeah, that's the secret. There is no back way out. I gotta go through the where the bathroom is. I just go through the bathroom, right? So where the bathroom is, there's just like this opening at the top, right? I think I can fit through that if I can just climb up there and not cut myself. So like maybe if you have a sunroof.
I don't.
Might be a little bit harder, but I might be able to somehow just dive into like the back seat, right? Like, hey guys, I gotta go use the bathroom. Just dive into your back seat.
Oh no, here's what we're gonna do, because we're already breaking the law. I'm gonna drive over to your state, I'm gonna rent a convertible, and then you can just jump in through there.
You know what? Yeah, I like that idea. Look,
They can't run, they won't be able to run my plates. I mean, they'll be able to trace the fact that I bought a rental car, but...
Who cares?
it's fine, it's just the CIA. Look, as long as we can get across seas before they find us, we're good.
Just gotta get up to the Canadian border.
Or yeah, just make it cross country. I'd rather go to Mexico, it'd be harder to find us.
Yeah. What's in Mexico, Frog? Mexicans. Chat. What's going... I did not change my avatar. Give me 1 second. We're not being a goblin today. We're bringing this guy. Let's be this guy. Let's be the classic. Anyways, chat, how's it going? Not much has happened to me in the last day, because all I've done is work. I guess I'm the weekend guy where I work. Of course. Sorry, I had a cough. The day I do work on the weekend, where it's not supposed to be busy, is like, yeah, Hawk, I don't know what happened. Just a lot of prescriptions just came in today. It's weird. Sure. Fine. I'll handle it. Fantastic here. That's good, Lex. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say I'm working tomorrow as well, but it's not like late, so I can like stream tomorrow, and I need to make the schedule. What? I don't fucking know about that. For various reasons, so it'll be interesting walking into work tomorrow. Possibly illegal, I don't know. Yeah, we're playing some Doki Doki. We gotta get through this. We gotta power through. So we can play an equally scarring visual novel on the docket. I made this and I'm gonna use it, god damn it, for what its intended purpose is. And Vulcan's got one too. I have to like manage to do that. Yeah, so let me go over the guide real fast because I will probably forget to save it at a very crucial point. Okay. So we need to save at the first minigame, which I think we're about to do. Then we go through Sayori's shit. And then help Yuri over the weekend. Yuri CG. More Sayori. Load the save after getting the CG. Then Natsuki. Help Natsuki over the weekend. Wait, what? Third, press F to finger? I don't know what it is. Have you played Sound Drop? It's another visual novel. These characters who CGs if I recall correctly. It looks like get second CG. Okay, it looks like maybe 3. But I have not played Sound Drop. I'm gonna pull up a picture of it. Sound Drop. Okay, well that's worldwide music distribution game. I see a slime girl. This piques my interest. Other than that, I don't see much. Oh yeah, Volka's not here because I put on the schedule. I was supposed to Sound of Drop. Okay. I was supposed to stream an hour from now, but fucking work in the morning. I wish they would tell me a week in advance, but whatever. Sound of Drop. Fall into poison. Okay, yeah, there's some pictures that showed up that were also in there. Got a lot of water. I don't know why, but it reminds me of that one Lovecraftian visual novel, which I definitely cannot play on stream. Which I feel bad, and why you should always do your homework, kids, because back in the day, Vulcan was like, yo, are there any, like, Lovecraftian, like, visual novels I can play? I recommended him one. And then I found, like, a year or two later that somebody played it on stream, and they couldn't show half of it because it was, like, blatant eroge. Like a horror Lovecraftian eroge thing where I don't think anyone's happy. Like, I think there's just, like, one girl, like, I had the mind of a child that was just basically touched. I shouldn't say mind of a child. She's more like, Cho from Chobits, I think. But she was basically just randomly touching herself when the guy walked in. Like, okay, can't play this. But you always gotta kind of be careful with visual novels, because most of them tend to be eroge.
Well, that statement pointed on.
Howdy.
I've officially done it. I have achieved 40 hours, no sleep.
Nice.
I'm fucking dying.
Me too, man. I might end up going to work illegally tomorrow.
Are you making money?
I better be making fucking money. Well, it's gonna be one of those things.
Illegally.
You got me. I'm selling pills to like middle schoolers.
Yo,
But,
sell them to me. I need them.
But without getting into too much detail, it's just pretty much like, oh hey, by the way, it says here that your license might expire tomorrow, even though I forked over the money to renew my license. What's up, Kazuki? So, and I got fucking video evidence that they took my money, that it went through, and that my extension happened. Boy, who knows?
Interesting.
It ain't worth this shit sometimes, man. I might as well just be working at McDick's. At least I don't got the government fucking up my ass as much.
The fact a McDonald's worker makes more in a week than I do in 2 days infuriates me.
Don't worry, they'll start making bread and then everything will go back to normal. Like bread, not money. I understand, you know, because you know I'm hip with kids nowadays. I know the lingo.
Don't let him lie to you. He doesn't know what the skibbity riz is about.
I am from Ohio,
Goddamn.
though. Okay, we
Brain
need
rot's getting to me.
we need to talk about brain rot, okay, chat? Because most of us are like, oh my god, brain rot is cringe as hell. Okay, but you keep watching it. At what point do you stop saying swag ironically and you're just saying swag, you know?
Well, I think in my case, it's the fact I'm around a 40-year-old man who has many kids, and he just spouts off more brain rot than I could ever hope to compete with. I spent all day with him.
It's just like, oh, this generation is doomed. I feel like you guys are enabling it by watching all this content as well and referencing it.
What the Sigma?
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I just
Chat, hold on. I'm gonna do this on the screen you can't see first. Sigma definition. Okay. Sigma. It's kind of hard to see. I apologize.
It's basically Turbo Chad.
18th letter of the Greek alphabet.
Oh,
The 18th
correct.
star in the constellation. Mathematical sum. Standard deviation. You can't really see this. I apologize. Sigma definition and meaning. Okay.
A person who's independent, self-sufficient, prefers to operate on their own. Also used to describe someone who is introverted and seeks to dominate themselves, or, in other words, self-mastery. That's the slang definition.
I need to go look at Urban Dictionary. Here we go. This is what got pulled up. Actually, wait. Yeah, you'll be fine. I think I'm good. Because I saw a region-specific ad. But it's fine. But basically what pulled up on Urban Dictionary at first was what all 10-year-olds think they are.
Yes.
John, bro's scrolling on TikTok too much. A popular, successful, but highly independent and self-reliant person. Typically male. One step above alpha male, right.
You know, I actually don't know where I was going with this, because my brain is fried, and I pray to God I can sleep tonight and not have sleep paralysis again. Because that fucking sucked.
Vulcan, do you want to know what happened to me 2 nights ago? Speaking of sleep paralysis. See, I think I have the opposite of sleep paralysis. My body wakes up before my brain wakes up. I mean, I've talked about this, right? It's like, you know, sometimes I'll think like there's a spider in my bed, and logically there's not. And there isn't. But my brain thinks there is, so I'll like jump out of bed and I'll like try to like punch the spider that isn't there. Well, I had one dude the other night, and I thought someone was like lying right next to me in my bed, and they were like trying to grab me. And I shit you not, I actually screamed, and I woke my parents up at like 3 in the morning.
I think you need to lay off the internet.
And then it happened 2 more. Okay, that happened 2 more times, but I think that's just because the whole like first time freaked me out. So I basically didn't get any sleep that night, and it didn't help that. I'm pretty sure it's my dad, because they slammed the downstairs door so fucking hard that it rattled my door. And when it rattled, it sounded like someone was like trying to jiggle the handle open. So that did not help either in my freaked out situation. Eventually, I just do what I do when I'm always afraid for long enough, and I just say, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Lock our bodies or temples, take good care of them. Eh.
The body is a tool to be used.
Look, I've been way too deep in like evil, like religious philosophy enough to say like, oh yeah, but I can desecrate the temple. I've been pondering philosophy too much. Sorry if you heard that burp, I had chili. What was the ooh for?
There's an item I found in Baldur's Gate 3 called the Doom Hammer. I've actually seen this, I've just never gotten it before. It does 4 damage less than my current sword, which is the Everburn Blade, but that's, the 1d4 fire damage addition to it. So the Doom Hammer has this unique ability called Edge of Terror. Each strike fills the target with chilling dread that prevents it from regaining hit points. So basically necrotic damage, or the effect of necrotic damage. Undead creatures also get disadvantage on attack rolls. And then tenacity, even when you miss, you deal 4 bludgeoning damage anyway. So
see, I am comparatively more diplomatic than you guys as Baldur's Gate characters. You set a tiefling on fire. By accident, but that's still funny.
You paid
it's okay. We beat
when you could have threatened them.
It's okay. We beat up the tieflings and took their shoes. At least I did.
When the wearer heals a target against 3... Ooh.
We may not be diplomatic, but, we're at least non-lethal. We're like Batman. We're the Batman of Baldur's Gate. Also, Vulcan, maybe you can help me out with this, because I had like 30 minutes to play Baldur's Gate last night, and I was like, oh, right, I still need to figure out what to do with Karlach. So here's my 2 options, okay? One's a bit more convoluted than the other. Because I want Karlach and I want Will, but I'm already playing as my Barbarian. So here was the first idea. Me, Barbarian, Karlach, Paladin, Shadowheart as just Shadowheart, and then Arcane Trickster Gale. So you can still have some of the little magic stuff, and we kind of needed like a lockpicky boy.
So who's your caster?
Pseudo Gale and Shadowheart.
So if you want Shadowheart to be a caster, reclass her from Trickery Domain, because Trickery Domain fucking sucks. Reclass her from that to
It's good if you have a rogue. Like a solid rogue.
Actually, Tempest or Light. Light has really good, light spells and healing capability. Tempest is just pure, fuck that entire grid square. Just remove it. It's gone.
Okay, then here's the other option. Me, Barbarian, Gale as a wizard, Shadowheart as a cleric, and then Karlach as a ranger. Like a dual-wielding ranger. But I give her like the urban ranger thing that lets her lockpick. But if I do that, she's gonna have to have a lot more dex than strength.
Don't make Karlach a ranger. I would recommend Paladin Oath of Ancients, because
because that's the thing though. If I keep everyone like that and I make her Paladin, then we don't have anyone to pick locks.
No, you can still change Gale. Because if he's an arcane trickster, he's already a rogue.
Yeah. Okay, so you're basically saying the first option.
Yeah. So you as Barbarian, Karlach as Paladin, Oath of Ancients, purely because to make up for the fact that Shadowheart as a Tempest cleric or Light cleric will be primarily your damage caster. Will also be primarily a damage caster. You're going to keep him as Warlock, correct?
Wait, who is the warlock?
Will,
I ain't using Will. Fuck
you
that
said
guy.
you were keeping Will in the party.
Oh, I probably meant Gale then.
Okay, so
Fuck Will.
then you do not have a ranged caster other than Shadowheart as a Tempest Cleric, which is strong but not very good. Here's the thing with decks is that you can get so many inspiration dice that it really doesn't fucking matter, and you can easily just go back to camp, pick someone up, and bring a Starion in.
It's a lot of effort though, and I'm lazy.
Yes, but it's ideal because Gale as an evocation wizard is just ridiculously good as a range caster. You're melee. Karlak is melee no matter what you do with her, because if you make her dex, I will kill you.
Well, I say make her dex. I didn't say make her use a bow. I'd have her use like scimitars or something and duel the fuck out of everybody.
I do not know how I feel about that.
See, yeah, because that's the weird thing, right? Because like, it's like Gale in a way. Gale has to like be some kind of like caster because that's just how his story is built. Karlak's straight up just like a warrior from hell, and she looks like one. Well, then again, have you gotten Minsk?
No.
But do you know you know what Minsk looks like, right?
Yes, I know who he is.
17 dex and he's got like 12 strength. If that.
Yeah. Oh my god, I could make the paladin, or my paladin, into the spear chucker. Oh god.
Okay, so what's the deal with that? Because I like trying to equip it in javelin on like my ranged weapon slot, and it didn't work. Is it like an actual like melee weapon you have to toss and dispose of? Unless it's returning.
Unless it has returning, then yes, it will be disposed of.
Fuck that. You can look up Minsk's story.
Well, you can pick it up. You
I've
can pick
played
it up
Baldur's
later.
Gate 1 and 2. But then I don't have a melee weapon.
Okay, you don't need to have them equipped. You can have a javelin in your inventory and eat that bitch. You don't have to equip it. It's like
That's
throwing
fair.
a potion. You can just throw the potion.
I forgot you could do that too. The only time I've ever seen that is like when the goblins are raiding the gate and they just chuck it at your head. Humans. Which, you know, I still hold fuck those guys. I should... Next playthrough, I should just fucking punch that dude when he's arguing with the tiefling guy. The more I think about it, the more I hate that guy. Because he actively brought trouble to people that had no business with any of it. Also, do you know why those tieflings are refugees, Vulcan?
They're running from hell, essentially.
Their hometown got dragged into hell.
Yeah.
Dude, tieflings
And they
can't
just
catch a
became
break.
tieflings.
And I feel like this keeps happening, because isn't that like something that happened too? Like something big lore-wise, where just like hell opened up or some shit? And that's why there's a bunch of tieflings now?
Yeah.
Man, these good guys need to get their shit unlocked. Because let's be real, we can all do with a tiefling GF. Like I've seen enough of them making the character creator. You know, they got built-in like knee pads.
Dude, I can't get over this. Changing my main weapon from a sword to a maul just feels right.
Just give him the big.
Playing,
Just give him the ding dong, motherfucker.
I mean, just playing a Dragonborn, it's like, oh no, not a sword. No. Big fucking hammer. Or
Yeah, you can kill people with blunt
a
weapons.
axe. Oh yeah, and concussive smash is very good. I just lose the ability to cleave.
Yeah. I mean, cleave doesn't have a big range anyways. I'm curious to see how often enemies will
I
stack
use it
up
a
on
lot.
you, because
No.
apparently rangers get that ability if they choose hunter.
Oh, yeah, no. So enemies tend to, you can herd them very easily. I mean, shit, that's how I killed the goblin camp one time. I sat on the bridge, had a spike, the fucking spiky thorns druid spell, where it's just a giant AOE of just spikes that do like 1d4 damage,
Mm-hmm.
and they just walked over it and they died, all of them, because I put darkness over it so they couldn't see it. So they tried coming to me and they just gone. Also, concentration spells from different classes, even if they are different elements, can be cast together or over top of each other. So you can have like a druid casting the spikes on the ground, then you can have like a wizard cast Wall of Fire, and then you can have another person cast Sleet Storm. So every turn you have ground that just does base damage, a Wall of Fire that will vaporize anything, and then Sleet Storm, which will make anything that is in the area fall prone or have an ice surface underneath that they will be unable to walk on. So
This
basically,
reminds
it
me
is
a
just a
lot
giant
of
fuck you button.
Dragon Age spell combos. Let me find the real fucked one. The one that like does so much damage and has so many interactions that makes you wonder how people even like measure the numbers. Where is it? Storm of the Century. Okay, so you cast Spell Might, which... Let's see here. While this mode is activated, the caster flows magical energy, making spells more powerful but expanding mana rapidly and suffering a penalty to mana regeneration. Plus 100 spell power, it's 100 plus spell power times 0.1. And then you add the highest tier ice damage spell Blizzard with the highest tier lightning spell Tempest. Drains the caster of additional 100 MP. When the final component is cast, duration is 30 seconds. Shit tons of electric damage every 2 seconds. Drains stamina as well. Like, yeah, that's great, except now you got a big fuck all space we can't get into because everyone kind of dies immediately in it. What's in the back line for you guys? Yeah, that's kind of a thing, right? It's like... Okay, maybe not Barbarian now, but when you were a Warlock, the rest of the party was very diverse in terms of what line of combat we could be in. Because, you know, like, I can sneak attack with ranged weapons, but it's better if I do it, you know, if I sneak attack, then stab them twice with my offhand weapon. I did a lot of damage. I went back on the VOD and I did quite a hefty amount of damage, but then I'm a dual wielding rogue.
That's just the nature of rogues, though. They do a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah, I got sneak attack, that's it. Okay, that's not true. I'm a skill monkey, but combat-wise, that's all I can do. Okay, I can't say that either, because I do like that I get 2 bonus actions. And then like all the like maneuverability moves are also a bonus action. Like disengage, hide, and then what was the other one? The one I always used, and dash. I got that action economy. Bar block could go either way. Or Sorbarian. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Vulcan's just doing, like, pure Barbarian, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna multi-class.
Multi-classing is for those fence sitters in the middle of the roaders. We go hard, we go dick deep.
Normally I stay 100% with my class. I don't like multi-classing because that, yes, it offers more versatility, but it really limits this, like, the overall draw of the main class. Like, yeah, sorcerer and paladin is very strong, but purely for hitting paladin more spells. Wow, meanwhile, I could just go full paladin and just do ridiculous damage, have multiple attacks, and be fine.
See, I'm gonna look bad for my opinions because if you go, the first character I like seriously played was Zola, and that was more of a concept than a character, and they were kind of multi-class. I hate monoclassing. This guy's using a pure green deck. Well, Vulcan is our DM. I mean, I'm hosting it.
No, it's me now.
That's true, you are the save file. The save
I
file
am the
just
save
says
file.
Bingus. I don't know why it says Bingus, but it just says Bingus. The Rise of Spice of Life. That's why we all make like at least 5 characters each.
Occasionally.
Because you know, see, there's me as Gaba, the Goblin Rogue. I got my Human Barbarian. I still technically have Vilcus, the Elf Bard, if you even want to call him an elf. And then I also kind of started a Githyanki source or a Githyanki wizard. Also lacks some flavor, MIO. I think it's just how you gotta spin the character. Sometimes. Like the example I gave in Discord, like one character I had planned for Rise of the Rune Lords, like, alright Hawk, what's your character? Human monk. That's it? Yeah, don't worry about it. And I basically just made the chick from The Ring, and all her monk powers were just like the weird, like, ghost shit. Yes. I don't know. I mean, it's also kind of hard to do in like game mechanics, and especially in something like Baldur's Gate, where it's a lot more hard set. Then again, look at Gaba. Technically, she's a forest gnome. I like Gaba. I'm glad I can be a silly character. But I'm still the rogue, because no one ever picks rogue, Sag. I shouldn't say that, Kazuki apparently plays a lot of rogues. He just didn't want to play a rogue this time. That's fine, I like a rogue. I feel like I contribute a lot. Me and my +7 sneak and sleight of hand. I don't even remember what other stats I have. I think I got like +1 to my charisma skills. But it's okay, because I always roll high.
Sweet Mother of God, I have found... I'm happy.
What happened?
I just realized that I don't need the Everburn Blade anymore, because yeah, the 1d4 fire damage is amazing. But I can literally just dip any other weapon. Or apply a toxin.
I really need to see what higher level Baldur's Gate is like. Because I hear like, wow, this says 1d4, it's nice. Like that's 4 damage.
It scales wildly late game.
Okay, so like the number on the weapon scales, or?
Yeah. Or not on the weapon, so like an Act 1 sword is fucking useless in Act 2 or Act 3. But
Okay,
there
'cause
are some things that
I
are
look at our health
good.
bars, and my like level 3 barbarian has almost like 40 HP. I don't think 4 extra damage is going to do that much.
No, not really. But when you keep stacking and you have 4 damage, 4 damage, another 4 damage. Oh, I can dip this and make it even more damage? Yeah, that's when it gets wild.
And people complain about Pathfinder being number crunchy.
It's not as number crunchy.
As you aren't adding all the +1s. Extra
Yeah,
dice is a lot more exciting than... Well, okay, I got +1 from this, I got +1 from being on the high ground, and I got +1 of this because my ancestral enemy. So, what is that? +16. You know, for a while I've thought about making my own, like, tabletop game. Most of it is probably just gonna be, like, things I get from Pathfinder and D&D. But at least I can, like, make the classes and stuff. Because I got some interesting ideas, especially for, like, the magic users. I kind of posted in the Discord a while back of, like, arcane magic is technically classified as dream magic. Things like that. There's 7 different types of technical magic. But some of those are, like, monk key from the body and psychic, like, psionics. I just threw that in there because I needed 7 because I was going for, like, a colors of the rainbow motif. I personally like the plus ones. Yeah, it's just, it kind of takes a while if you don't have it, like, written down. Or if you're not using, like, an automated character sheet. Also, you're super smart, Lexicon. I am not. I was not a math guy. I took math in college. I failed. That was the one set of classes I failed. And then I barely passed the second time around. Smart in certain areas. I was having a conversation with my mother about that because she said that, like, you need to take an IQ test to drive and own kids. And well, first off, I said, Mom, that's kind of eugenics. But, then, because this is the thing about, like, intelligence, like, IQ tests, is they have to be very diverse. Otherwise, because, you know, it's like, you know, if you're a city kid, you like own kids or like have kids. So if you're like a city kid, right, and you take like an IQ test out in the country and you don't know the difference between 2 different types of pigs and how to fix a tractor, you're clearly gonna seem more stupid than everybody and you're gonna flunk the test harder than the rest of them, and vice versa. That was a flaw with a lot of like early IQ tests. Oh yeah. I mean, you still gotta take a proficiency test, but again, I have to explain to my mother you can't. Let's put it this way: humans are chaos theory. You can't anticipate them being stupid. They will they're like kids. They'll find a way to hang themselves with the blinds, no matter how hard you make it for them. I remember there was a news story around here a few years back. Like, do you know that there's tens of kids every year that hang themselves with blinds?
Womp womp, skill issue. Do it
I
again.
mean, I mean, it's horrible happened, but you gotta admit, like, at some degree, that's kind of just like natural selection.
It really is. Oh, you might like this, Hawk. Here, I'll stream this real quick.
Only tens? Yeah, but it's how you say it that gets them. Who's this?
This is the hammer and the current paladin.
The sexy hammer. I
Oh
see
no, it's the way he
Shadowheart's-
fucking walks with it. Yeah, a bard. But
You
yeah,
know
it's-
Karlak also calls people a cuck, right?
yes, it's a line in every character. I'm trying to zoom out just so you can see the walk. It's
Oh
really
my
just fucking
god.
one-handed. It's literally one-handed.
Yeah, so for those, he's basically pimp walking with like a warhammer in a singular hand. Mr. Crush Your Bitch's skull.
Oh, you missed it! I pushed him into the river.
Oh, well, I'm streaming.
An unfortunate reality.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I pushed Crusher into the fucking river. I didn't know he'd go to the bridge to sulk like a little bitch.
You know, I made a clip out of us trying to hide the body from that goblin. And I
Good.
still love it. It's so good. What do we do, Bingus? What do we do? I can't go to jail again. And I can?
I love that I'm just pimp walking with a hammer the size of a regular human being. It's fucking satisfying.
Only better if you like slung it over his shoulder.
I'm equipping it to Lae'zel because I'm curious how she walks with it.
Wait, by the way, Volk, this reminds me. Have you played the Get Yankee yet?
No, I have not.
Have you seen their idol poses?
What do you mean?
When my Get Yankee holds still, he just like crosses. Well, he doesn't cross his arms. He's like, you know that kind of pose where you like put like one of your hands over your other wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just do that after like 1 second of being idle, and sometimes they'll put it behind their back.
Yeah, they're just perpetually pissed off.
I like it.
They don't want to be in this plane of existence. And to be frank, I wouldn't want to be there either.
No, I mean they don't have anywhere good to go. Like, Vulcan, did you know that once they reach level 16, their leader kills them? Like it's either Vlaakith or some other mage bitch.
Yeah.
Like they're literally
that's
not
really what
allowed to be.
Ascension is.
Yeah, like they're not allowed to be over level 16. When they do, Vlaakith kills them. Because no one can be more powerful than her.
There is a new ending where Lae'zel just straight up fucking murders Vlaakith.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like, anyone would want to live in the Forgotten Realms. Yeah, it sucks.
Like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but you're gonna die. You're gonna die a horrible death, actually.
Yeah.
Wait, I just noticed the hammer is glowing. Oh, this would have been perfect for the dwarf. I would
Time to
literally
make another
have
paladin.
dwarf Vermintide. No.
It's like living in
next
Dark
dwarf-
Souls. I wouldn't go too far to say Dark Souls, because Dark Souls is grim dark. There really is no hope.
You will die a horrible death in Dark Souls. This is official.
And even then, you still don't die. I live, I die, I live again. There's no suffering that ends. Even then, like when you think the good thing happens, no, you're just starting another cycle. Because the gods in Dark Souls are idiots. There's some pretty dumb gods in the Forgotten Realms too. Since you have multiple chances, and that's canon. You have multiple chances, but most people are gonna go insane before they even like get to the chance. Because that's what going hollow is. Essentially, you just kind of give up. AKA you, the player, rage quit and you never play Dark Souls again. Therefore, forever going hollow. And what is that like? There was Dark Souls 1, and there was Dark Souls 2, and that really stressed the cycle aspect. And everywhere you went was actually just... but if you don't give up, then you set your... there's a chance you either set yourself on fire or you bring in the Age of Dark. And either way, it's the... setting yourself on fire just continues the current cycle. Age of Dark brings in the new cycle. Because, I mean, like, throughout all the Dark Souls games, you're basically going through the same locations. It's just, like, a new cycle of life builds up upon them. Elden Rings is just watching gods fight each other for eternity. Slayer is the one mode of hope and jovial. Yeah, and then he goes insane. He even gives up. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's like his drive makes him go insane. And then you gotta put him down. You know, unless you join the correct faction and join the Chaos Sorcerer or the Chaos Witch faction. Because Quaylana needs all the humanity she can get. Even though you killed your sister. But you know, that's a case of don't start none, there won't be none with Quaylog. Actually, what factions even are there? Because I think somebody put like an alignment chart for each of the factions, so there might be 9. Let's see, there's the Way of the White. This spooted woman, are you? No, because her story is actually tragic. She like tried to save her people from a horrible disease, and it nearly killed her. And it's still kind of like in a state of killing her. It's really sad. There's the Way of the White, which no one joins because that's like the starter connectivity faction. There's Solaire's faction. I'm just gonna pull up a chart because there's a lot of factions people just don't join. Dark Souls 1 factions.
I straight up threatened the ogres into joining me for free. Fuck
Okay,
yeah.
we have the Warriors of Sunlight. We have the Princess Guard, which just gets you some healing spells. Way of the White, which just makes it easier to connect with the Way of the Whites. We have the Dark Wraiths, the Forest Hunters, the Path of the Dragon, Blade of the Dark Moon, Grave Lords, which you can't get until New Game Plus, and then Chaos Servant, which is the one I was talking about, Guaylana. Imagine a D&D Pathfinder homebrew session, though Wizards is too scared to do anything except Forgotten Realms. I mean, if you want a Pathfinder setting, just play Pathfinder. Using Dark Souls. Dude, there's a dime a dozen, like, I'm sure you can find them on YouTube of just like super Dark Souls inspired campaigns. I don't know, there's just something like... There's something off about the setting of Pathfinder me for Galarian. Like, I like Ustalov. I think the Shackles is... Skull and Shackles, the campaign is poorly written. But it's interesting about the Pirate Country. They won't shut the fuck up about Chellax. Forgotten Realms, anything for Forgotten. That's because it's the safest, like, milquetoast fantasy you can get. Like, when you, like, just imagine when you hear just, like, fantasy setting, that's typically what you see. Right? That very Tolkien-esque kind of vibe. I'm trying to think, like, what other, like, countries there are in Pathfinder. I like the concept of, I think it was Numeria, where it's just Conan the Barbarian versus space robots. But I have to, like, actually, like, look at the setting itself. Although I will say this about Pathfinder. I do like that every country has been set up to be whatever fantasy setting you want it to be. You want to do, like, a horror campaign? Ustalov. You want to do a pirate campaign? The Shackles. You want to do a political intrigue one? Pick Taldor. We have Tolkien to thank for inspiring many a video game. Yeah, I hate that everything's kind of like elves and dwarves and shit. Yeah, I mean, granted, I need to go back and read my Del Toro Quest books because there aren't elves or dwarves in there. There's dread gnomes, but those are kind of their own thing at that point. You know, there's no, like, traditional fantasy races in there. No one. Me still here being a Conan the Barbarian stan. No one ever gives Conan enough credit except a dime a dozen metal artists. Like metal bands. Even though he made the barbarian like the barbarian class essentially. And Solomon Kane. Robert Howard did a lot. And then there's Michael Kirkbride. I need to read Michael Kirkbride. I hear some of his stuff is good. Especially his Elric and Milne Benet stuff. But again, that's like the archetypal, like, edgy fantasy hero, you know? The super thin, pale-skinned, white-haired guy with black armor and a cursed sword that tells him to fucking kill! And, you know, he also had cast magic and shit. But I gotta get through a few of my Conan things. I gotta finish listening to The Black Stranger, which apparently, funny enough, is only legally allowed to be distributed in public domain in Australia. I need to read Conan the Conqueror, Conan the Liberator, and I think there's like a few more. Oh. I'm trying to think what my favorite one was. I think my favorite Conan book was I can't remember the name. But basically the premise is there was this like tribal chief that wanted Conan dead because he's becoming a big shot in the area. So he gets this like, I think it was like a nobleman's daughter that got sold into slavery because you know she's really pretty and Conan's a red hot blooded man. And he bangs a chick in every book. And so he uses her to seduce Conan to lead him into a trap. But she escapes and she finds an eldritch god, essentially. A guy that's like huge. And his skin is harder than iron. He's basically a Lovecraftian guy. I think kind of like in a Nyarlathotep kind of way. And the only way you can kill him is with like a specific dagger. And as the dude is waking up, like, even though his entire like civilization got killed in one, like his entire city got destroyed in one night, the civilization starts rising up again. That's a very good one. You see the class list I posted in Discord for Wizardry? I saw a video. I've seen that class list before. Like a year ago, I think I saw a review for Wizardry. And I pulled it up because I was curious, but that's about it.
I think I'm gonna head off for the night. I'm gonna try to get some sleep before tomorrow.
Alright, man. Sleep well.
Godspeed.
Godspeed. Ninja is just more rogue, but more combat able. You just mean in that game or in general? Because ninjas and rogues are just basically the same thing. Rogues can equally be as combat oriented, just generally. It's just, are they from the west or are they from the east? Unless you're Pathfinder, in which case it's more of like a rogue monk archetype. Or like a hybrid. Because I think ninjas can get key powers. They can. Yeah, I knew a guy, what was he? I'm trying to remember what he was. He took like a few levels in fighter. And then I think he took one in like some archetype of a ninja. And basically what he would do is he would just take his bow, turn it invisible, and just like snipe some bitches. And then I gave him a shotgun that could attach to his arm, and then he became a trench fighter, I think was what the archetype was called. And basically the fighter archetype that allows you to use guns. It's gonna like, okay, you found something that looks like a shotgun, but it's got a hole in it. It's like, okay, I put my arm in the hole. Okay, it melts to your flesh. It can't be unequipped. Good job. But you also can't use that hand for anything else until you take it off. It was some real HR Giger shit. Anyways, chat, it's almost been an hour. And I gotta stop streaming at 11. So... well, now that Vulcan's not here, I don't have to like switch the screens or anything. You guys wanna play some Doki Doki? Let me make sure I got everything set here. Songs from my fucking brain. I've been listening this whole time. It's not a very long song. And you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. I wish I could game, but this is a hard reset. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica, who is staring directly at me into my soul. She's seen everything I've done on my computer and she weeps for me. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. Guess I need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. There. It's time to write a poem, guys. Big words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. See, this is gonna be hard because we have to go with fucking Sayori. So, shit, what she likes happy things and sad things. Disarray. Oh, hold on, chat. Okay, I'm back. Them old school dungeon crawlers turned us into men. I don't know about that. I think they're just ball busting because no one knew what they were doing and knew what quality of life was sometimes. Let's be real, most of us never played those. Vibrant. Guys, I might need to reload. Unrequited. Warm. Oh, we can't pick a fold again. Tears. You like that emo shit, right, girl? You actually can't think. I'm trying. It's really hard for Sayori because Yuri likes depressing shit and Natsuki likes happy shit. And Sayori's both. Unstable. Like my mind. Hopeless. You know what? We're just gonna restart. Okay. Sunny. Family. Alone. Like me, every night. As I cry myself to sleep. Hope? Okay, we're getting lucky. Melancholy. Shit. Hurt. Charm. Okay. Cheers. Oh god, why is this so hard now? Defeat. Wow, this is a depressing poem, but it's what I know. Sunset. No, Booba's too cute. I think so is Bouncy. Let's go cry again. We picked cry twice, I think. It's fallible, that's a good one. Fun. I'm not writing about a fucking. I'm a Twitch streamer, okay? I can't write about playgrounds in my poems. Daydream. Shame. The thing I feel after every stream. Love. Okay, guys, I'm doing it. I'm picking up what she's laying down. Oh, it broken. breath. Smile. Okay, she likes happy things, but not cute things. Okay. Tenacious, that's a good one. I almost want to put that one. Adventure? Marriage. Unstable. Shit. It's okay, we're fine. Oh god, I haven't done the voice in like a week. I haven't done voices in a week, except GABA. Hi, Hawk. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Hawk. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Now, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh shit, Monica just like came in. Gonna fucking clothesline Sayori. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. It's fucking comic books. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Hawk always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. He's basically already my boyfriend, so y'all better fuck off. I mean it. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You sure Berserk has quite a bit of literature? It's still a fucking comic book, it's just a really good one. And you almost set your house on fire once. To an unfortunate phrase. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Hawk can become good friends too. Monica. Oh, Monica. Yo, what am I? Enwa. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into. It's a term of endearment, trust me. Yeah, dude, we love dark elves here in chat. Okay, you know what? Next time you know what? I might boot up Oblivion. I might download Oblivion, and we might play a dark elf. Wait, you do? Yeah, man, Dark Elves has the best lore in Elder Scrolls. Mostly because Michael Kirkbride just went fucking ham for no reason other than they probably got really high while making Morrowind. Aren't Dark Elves the same as Drow? Pretty much. I mean, the dude strip said like the Elder Scrolls lore is just a really detailed D&D campaign. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Eh? Hey? Not really. Don't be shy. It's nothing, really. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, may it sound like a big deal when it's really not. what do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation from Sayori's dumbass. Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Oh, here. What? Yuri, this is a box of Magnum-sized condoms. What? I didn't want you to feel left out. Okay. Have your culture never seen Kurorinu? Then you know how dark elves are hot. I have a crippling weakness for dark-skinned anime girls, so I'm a fan of dark elves in anime. Yeah, okay to mention here, you can mention it on YouTube apparently. Just don't describe the scenes, I guess. So, I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. I got you some Magnum-sized condoms for your Magnum-sized dog. Thanks. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Kazuki. You changing what she says? No, that was in the dialogue. She picked out a book that she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. On the cover is a cute anime girl in glasses. She's just cubic staring up. It says Divergent on the cover. Ooh. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Everyone's settled in. I expected Monica to kick off scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Mary's face is already buried in a book. I can't but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki has rummaged around the closet. Trapped in the closet. Man. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. Alone again. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm a little too tired to read. I'd probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. No, we can't give up. Festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature clubs sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will come in the first place if it's a literature event. Yeah, we read all fucking day here in school. You expect us to read more after the bell rings? No, we want to rot our brains with video games and TV and the internet. So, it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the same thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to see her liberating like this. Man, I shouldn't be in the literature club. That took me a second. Sound it out. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food would do the trick? What kind of food? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly! Wasn't that why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Oh my god. My vice president is an idiot. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Like me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. Sometimes foreshadowing is obvious. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ugh. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. PNG's a little blurry. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for falling asleep like that. This isn't the napping club. Does their school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? So what if I stay up till 2 in the morning? I don't got work the next day. Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have to have less time for anime, you know. No, you can't take my Slayers away from me. No. Once a year, I need to watch Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. You need to get used to it. No, not my 90s anime. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. Always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. It's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Please give me the benefit of the doubt. Can't even do that, girly pop. Look, Sayori. It's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around herself. How is it written all over me? In Sharpie. You were clearly in a rush this morning. Fucking Sherlock Holmes mode engage. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I ran my fingers down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten. Oh my god, Protac-kun. Spicy. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. There's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my... Why do you have a toothpaste stain? But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. That's not toothpaste. Oh no! Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. We're playing Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow. I'll have to write the schedule and see what 2 days of the week you guys are down to play. But you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. We have hands. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Eh? Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. Oh, Kazuki, don't worry about messing up. Because, I mean, like, me and Vulcan killing that goblin, that could have went really bad for us if the whole town saw us. But just don't worry about it. It's just that 1,000 gold was kind of steep, so don't worry. I'm sure each of us will splurge the money on something. Make me feel weird about it. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I mean, I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Oh no, that would be so bad, wouldn't it, Hawk? The button on my shirt, this would just fly off. Why is this one so hard to fucking close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Do you not know your measurements? Did you get the wrong uniform? It did when I bought it. If you never buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? This is serious business. It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud, it's crass, woman. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? It feels so stuffy. Oh... It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer. Guys, this is psychological warfare she's doing to us. This is what she's doing, okay? Just like, you know what I bet she does? Because now it's weird that she's buttoned up. She's exposing her skin so we're more accustomed to it. I bet this bitch, when she comes over and we watch shit, she brings up anime where the guy gets with a childhood best friend. Psychological warfare. She's Pavlov's bitching us right now. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? I think that would be the opposite, but... Sure, sweetheart. And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because... if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things, woman. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. Except those feelings I get at like 3 in the morning. No Project can't be that dense. Look, he's going into Papa Hawk mode, okay? He ain't got no feelings of lust whatsoever. He is purely paternal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? God, I'm a loser. So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Ah, but I was joking at that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone, just watch out, watch out, watch out! Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yeah! Huck, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots around to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I could read you something so embarrassing. Can't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. God, they're gonna think I'm some emo cringe kid. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I bet you wish you had Papa Wizard to help you read with your reading now, huh? No, I'll get the bard for that. They're a bit more dramatic. And you know, they can proofread it, you know, spice it up a little bit, make me look better. I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's one is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. How dare you! On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Can I see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit? Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Just check the guide. See where we're at. Okay, so we got the. I need to scroll way the fuck up. Okay, yeah, so we just need to make the second poem for Sayori. Why aren't bards intelligence casters? Like, I get it, but really? Yeah, there aren't a lot of intelligence casters. Which is weird because, like, wizard is like the archetypal spellcaster of all Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, fuck, in Pathfinder they made the witch just so there would be another intelligence caster. Even though it's essentially the warlock, which you could argue is charisma based as well. How many are in D&D? I think 2. There's the wizard and the artificer. I think that might be it. It's the joke, right, of another charisma caster. Which is better than warlock, am I? I think they're kind of functioning the same, they just do it differently. Witch gets like special spells, but essentially they're both like whatever they pick, their pact patron or the patron for the witch. It's essentially your role play of how you got your powers, because both classes are essentially you made a pact or a bargain or something that got you your powers, and it came from a higher entity. This is Dr. Sayori. I have no clue what I said there. My brain died halfway through. Definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori. I mean, she's the only person I actually know here. I need to fucking latch onto her leg and not let go. She's my good friend. She's my good friend. My good friend. My good friend. I've known her for a long time. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Hawk. Huh? I love it. It's depressing. It makes me want to cry. Yeah. I had no idea you were so good. You were such a good writer. Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing, in fact. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. We're both stupid. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. You sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's Hawk's poem. And that makes it feel extra special. You are pumping the... You are hitting the gas real hard, sweetheart. Like, damn. Guys, she's just my really good friend that I've known my entire life. She's my really good friend. You know, I come over to her house, I wake her up, I cook for her, and I clean for her. She's just my good friend. like I can feel your feelings in it. Sorry, hugs. She's just my good friend, guys. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. She hits the gas so we can play the idiot card. That's why everyone likes her. No stupid guessing games. Yeah, it's like what was her name in Persona 4? The idol girl. I think a lot of people like her because she just straight up admits and flirts with the main character. But straight up admits that she likes him. Like, no fucking games. She's just there. But you know, she can't ever beat Naoto. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Hawk. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Don't you fucking tell that to anybody. I will find you, and I will set your alarm clock like 3 hours ahead while you're still asleep. Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Slowly turning towards Yuri. And again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. And how much this means to her and all. Yeah. I'm gonna go make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Is that yeah? Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to read this? To write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice. Or, how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. Get out cranky. I fear what that looked like. You might accidentally like throw a stuffed animal at me or something. Wow. Cranky Sayori. Oh, what are you gonna do? Hmm? You gonna... I was gonna say scuff my J's, but... depending on the culture, that might be an insult. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so fun. Monika's the best. Uh-huh, yeah, yeah, she's the best, guys. Sometimes foreshadowing's obvious. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. There once was a man from Nantucket. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Oh god. Yuri's not gonna like our poem this time, guys. What do we do? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. Forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. This is a shitty literature club. We have a ton of manga in the closet. Of course we're a shitty literature club. Who put all of his in a bucket? I'm not... I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. I guess so. It's right behind me, isn't it, guys? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. Oh god, she hates it. I don't want to do the true ending if she's not gonna love me. It's a fill in the blank poem. I guess that it might be after reading it through it. My brain died. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I raise my voice? Sorry. I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Oh. It's fine. I really didn't notice. Hawk isn't a writer. I'm a writer, I'm not a reader, okay? There's a difference. I can write shit, I get fumble tongue. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits usually typical of new writers. Reading is a basic ability. Yeah, I'm antisocial. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Words are hard. I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. I don't know what the fuck that means, but you keep going. I'm hanging on every word. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. Sorry about that. I had a frog in my throat. Something's in your throat. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. It's not just finding them and building them, but putting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Doctor Nerds, can you like speak English, little? Do you like speak English, little dude? Depressive style and happy words. So Sayori. In her words, it weakens the poem. But in mine, it adds depth. Like Happy Tree Friends. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. And learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. No. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How so? Do tell, sweetheart. Well, spill the tea, girly. Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing herself to me or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Like, don't hug me, I'm scared. Let's get creative! Green is not a creative color. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Barry smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Gosh, she's got no friend. Best episodes of Sesame Street ever. I'm sorry that I have such terrible handwriting. What? No, I'm a country bumpkin that can't read that shit. Yours is great. Man, I stopped learning fucking cursive and script in like 2nd grade. I wasn't thinking that at all. Sorry. Sorry, I had a fucking flashback of last year. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, that's because I'm stupid. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. And that's short, it's really descriptive. Oh god, I'm tired. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really? I'm really glad you liked it. They would come when people realize the genius of us wizards. You say that, and then the fucking Chad Barbarian just comes by and just book checks your spell book out of your hand. I'll be honest. Since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you in a ghost, Jerry? Oh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, huh? I pressed a flower in that one. Yeah, you gonna cry, little wizard boy? Pats him on the back and just like, Accidentally knocks them to the ground, them and their 8 strength ass. Really? Must have totally missed the point. You know, because I'm stupid. Some sip. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. You people who think it is a dumb stat, you wish I was around. Well, that's the thing about intelligence. Like, yeah, in Pathfinder, you get you more skill points, and it might get you less if you dump it. But other than that, you don't need it. It's like wisdom. Those are usually the dumb stats, the personality ones, not the physicality ones, or like the mental ones, I should say. And you can kind of say no, you can't say charisma because charisma skills are actually kind of important because you need to like persuade and coerce people. Usually more until okay, I read that. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being symbolically compared to a ghost. What's the symbiology? Brian picks no, sorry, me dumb. Yeah, but he's jacked though. Mingy Smart is very useful, but in a fight or a conversation, it's a little less so. Which makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of thing like in the Dragon Age games, you don't even have like an intelligence stat, you just have a magic stat. Like all the other ones are like, you know, strength, constitution, dexterity, cunning, willpower, magic. And magic's really only good if you're not a mage for like increasing the effectiveness of the potions you drink, but even then, that's fine. There gain the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. Oh god, dang. Now you'll have to yawn too. Yawn now. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Doubt it. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, let's go talk to Natsuki. I passed the will save, no yawn. Feel the fabric of your clothes on your skin right now. Feel the cells in your fingertips. Feel the blood rushing through your veins now. Feel the nail in under your toenail. Now feel it as you kick the fucking wall. I feel nothing. Damn. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Yeah, it's pretty cringe. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. I don't know. I got like the two emotions, right? You got depressed, and then you got not depressed. What's that word? Happy. Sorry, I haven't experienced that in a long time. So basically, it's not cured enough for your taste? You want to get smacked? I mean, people usually pay extra for that, but I mean, I'll pass this time. Well, anyway, I just need to show you mine. I thought you'll like it. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I won't like it? Do you have some trauma you need to unpack, that you have trust issues? Tell me about your life at home. My dad beats the shit out of me. Okay, maybe we don't go that... Maybe we don't hit the gas that fast. We gotta lead into it. Oh. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. You know, especially when you're like a foot shorter than everyone. Sure. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess the more I went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? How old are you? Yeah, it's not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. She should probably, just in case. But if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Look, man, I'm a streamer. I'm technically on YouTube. I don't need to deal with any of this shit with Natsuki. Anyways, Monica. Hi, Hawk. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Actually, I should probably check. I'm consulting the Holy Guidebook. Oh god, I minimized it. Okay. I think I just need to save it after I get the CG. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. I'll keep that in mind, I guess. Of course, I won't be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. I'm an ideas guy. Wait, no, shit, I'm the ideas guy. Anyway, wanna share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Hawk. We're all embarrassed today, you know. That's that sort of thing that we'll learn to get past. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. Sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Here you showed in different ways, ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading too much into this? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. I knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Okay, again. I'm sorry guys, I got sleepy bitch disease. No, I think it's fine. I think I'm finally brave enough to admit it. To all of you people. I have chronic sleepy bitch disease. Well, to each their own. You wouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Or you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I am not letting you fucking peg me. I don't know why. It's last week. Just all I've been hearing about women. It's like fucking pegging people. Like pegging guys. Stop it. My ass is the only... My ass is a sacred place on my body. None shall touch it. Can't let that one get away from me. It could take a while to feel more comfortable doing such things. Only. I was gonna say something, but I just stopped myself. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. I put on the fucking skirt. Oh, no! Put it on, you look cute in it. No, stop it, no, please! Then I'll get the lobster costume. No, please, not the lobster costume! That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit too biased towards their own kind of styles. That'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. See, Monica gets it. The guy's like, oh, here comes Hog. He's gonna fucking 100% Yuri again. Maybe I just like the words. Maybe that's my style of writing. And then maybe Yuri just happens to coincide with it. Maybe I like dark and fancy words. Hawk is like one of those awkward mangaka that gets burned by stepping on grass. I get sunburned from fucking printer paper. One of us choose next. No, they're my poems. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? This is no, not the outside world. Anyways, I'm not very good. Sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? See. Well, let's read it then. Well, I'm sorry, I always just think this thing is super sexual. Just think the time. Hole in wall. Like, we ain't reading this. This is gonna take too long. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Bruh. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. Lux minus perpetually in the gutter, yes. I live in the gutter. I sustain myself on the gutter trash. I'm like a goblin. I'm trying to remember if there's dialogue for skipping super fast. I wish I could skip through this, my guy. Because we've already done this. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Ah. Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I've been really inspired by this one hole I found. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that. It's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. True. Just force yourself to get down on the paper and tidy it up after. You hear that? You gotta get down on it. Get down on it. Another way to think of it is like this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Meanwhile, I'm an 80th level closet wizard. Larry, you're not a wizard, you're a 36-year-old virgin. Just move your hand and go with the flow. Every time? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. You guys ever read Red Wall? I have not. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Did mice and other woodland creatures fighting tyrannical rats? Hold on. Let me actually check Red Wall. Because I feel like I might have heard it in the past. If it's about rats and shit. I might have seen people talk about this. I think there might have been a video game inspired by this. Yeah, you described it. Fun fact, one of my players actually was kind of a rat folks, like I should say more like mouse folk, similar to that. They were a paladin. No wait, that was their rogue. Then their paladin was a Lalafell, basically. Oh, am I tapped in? I'm tapped in. No, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come off out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Hawk did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. Mouse Paladin sounds awesome, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's like some Crusader Tale of Despero shit. Oh, there's games like that and they're planned out in the future. Nice. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my rank, so there's something about like mouse, like heroic characters. I don't know. There's something that draws them in. That draws me in. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Oh damn! And Hawk liked my poem too, you know. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Get ready for how many times to say Natsuki when we finally do her route. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh god, they're busting out the fucking spring music. They're gonna bring out the comb next. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Hawk appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Hawk started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing here. I feel like a piece of meat getting stared down by a panther and a grizzly bear. Oh, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. YouTube essayists would disagree. Help me explain that to her, Hawk. Well, wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Yeah, and I mostly just use fuck. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but a waste. You understand that, right, Hawk? Well... How did he get dragged in this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, though, I think more highly of me. Sayori, get me the fuck out of here. I need an evac now. Get the helicopter. Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, trying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri... Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. Look at her. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Hawk? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. Oh, she's fucking here. Helicopter, helicopter. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's her immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poem. They're amazing because they give you so many feelings that with just few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... well... also... Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. I know, I've tested. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. How can you make tactics for chaos into one that doesn't think? How can you outthink someone who doesn't think? Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I can't even bring myself to interject. Or I couldn't bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. I mean, she might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get a chance to talk to her a little more. Oh, if only. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? That was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Oh, mostly. Look, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. I can't tell you, Walker, you're probably making me real sleepy. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone, I guess. Awesome. In that case, I'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems sound even better. In some ways I prefer Divinity because there's no dice roll. I mean, Kazuki, there's still percentages, which means there is a degree of dice rolling. Because what, I mean, what's 95% other than like rolling a 19 or higher? That's just the nature, because I mean, Divinity Original Sin was based off Baldur's Gate, which was based off 2nd edition D&D. I think to myself. I mean, it's just accuracy. Yeah, but so is Baldur. the only like dice roll that you actually see in Baldur's Gate is in like ability checks when you're in dialogue for the most part. Other than that, it's all the same. Hey, look, that means I can at least do a better job at impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with new. This guy is so weird that he admits that he wants to impress a girl. But then Sayori is literally like unbuttoning her blouse in front of him. Hawk, you're ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's really been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? Dice rolling is the only way to balance these RPGs. Oh no, it's just because it's supposed to like simulate like randomness and combat and kind of like paint a picture. Because to some degree it can get kind of boring. It's just like, okay, I do 4 damage to the monster with my sword. You know, kind of add some flavor. Like, man, we just can't fucking hit this guy. He's super dodgy. And of course, you know, then you also have like the critical hits, where it's like a super thematic, like super attack. Yeah, what do you mean? I mean, even then, like, JRPGs, even like way back in like terms of like the old Final Fantasies, had some degree of RNG too. You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Dark Souls isn't so much RNG as... Yeah, well that's a completely different beast though. Because that's like a reaction time. Like D&D and stuff is more turn-based. And tries to simulate kind of the wildness of things that can happen out of your control. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. Oh, that's true. There is damage variance. I mean, even in RPG Maker, that's one of the things they stress. Is like having like maybe like a 20% window for... I think the default is like 20% damage variance or something. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? Like how daggers fucking suck. Aren't daggers mostly like status effectors? Like I know like a lot of daggers in Dark Souls 1, which is the only one I can base things off of, had like bleed. So it really wasn't about the damage the dagger did. It was so much as stacking bleed to do a massive amount of damage once it's stacked up to 100%. No, I don't hate them at all. They have high crit, but low damage. Yeah, that's probably what it is. No, I don't hate them. Just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Who? You know, Hop. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. Okay, I gotta sneeze. Ugh. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun! Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but... does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds then, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. And with that, chat, because we're about that 2-hour 14-minute mark, I think that's a good time to stop. But thank you all so much for coming out. I know I streamed a bit earlier by like an hour or so, but that's because I got work in the morning. Because I'm just a weekend guy for some reason. Good progress. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to make it to the good end because unless I'm able to skip through because I have saves. I just gotta get through hanging with Sayori and then we'll probably be good. So I don't want to read all this shit again. Well, we'll get it and then we can move on to an equally fun game after that. You know, a little... You know, another equally fun game, you know, a little bit of that, you know, a little bit of that. And Vulcan will probably play it too. Think that might work. Yeah, because it will have the progress saved that I've been through it, so that'll be good. I just heard the background save menu music, and it sounds like the music for when you're in space. If not, then we have the mash button. Yeah, I played a few Eroge where I just want to get through the dialogue. Anyways, chat, I don't really have a schedule. I'll probably stream tomorrow or something. Daggers and D&D are awesome. I don't know much about D&D, but they have some versatility, which is why I took them in Rise of the Rune Lords. Because they do piercing or slashing, so you can fight skeletons, and then you can also throw them. And they're also concealable, so if you're a rogue, you can like hide one in your pockets if you're like trying to say, I don't know, sneak one in when you're going to go find some like Ice Queen bitch or something. You know? But yeah, I'll work on the schedule probably tomorrow. And with that, you can throw them, you can duel with them. Or you can do with a lot of things. You can duel with short swords. I don't know what it is in like D&D, but in Pathfinder, the second one has to be like a light weapon. Because you're not ambidextrous. Excuse me. But yeah. We'll be doing something. At some point, we'll probably be doing more, you know, mean green spleen stealers with the homies. Probably play some more Etrianos. I don't know. We may skip Etrianos this week because I'm feeling spicy. I got some games I kind of want to try out. But you know what? If my schedule is what I think it is, we might stream 5 days a week and do and just do like a random day. I don't know. There's a lot of games I want to play. I want to play Baldur's Gate with you guys, so that's 2 days. They've got Etrianos and they've got Visual Novel. Give me my Riot. We'll play some Etrianos. So yeah, I don't know, think about it. We could probably do the 5 days a week. Or, no, because there's one day I can't stream this week. Because for some reason I'm always on the weekend, or I'm always fucking closing. I guess I'm just good at that. That's true. I need my marina. All this Etrianos sauce out there, my guys. None of the sexy, mature, dark elf bartender. And that's what makes me sad. This is my life. Like, oh, you like Seki, right? Yeah, I like Kazehana, you know? She's really my type of gal. Oh, there's no art. Fuck. This is always what it's like for me. My wife who never gets... Oh, that was really weird. 5 is unique in its art style. Yeah, I like the art style a little bit better because I like adult characters, and some of them are very kiddie. Like they're like young anime adventures. I don't want that. Give me like the Etrianos, like old man dragoon. Give me the fucking like jacked brawler dude, and then give me the old woman rover. Give me those guys. Yeah. Especially, I really do like the brawlers. The brawlers look. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's the pugilists. That's it. The pugilists look really good. It's first time trying a race approach. Yeah. Yeah, the older ones are a bit more Made in Abyss-esque. And then you see the remakes, and all of a sudden there's just this big titty dark hunter chick. You really see the artist style evolve in that. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm a bit eepy. I'm gonna go eeps. As Vulcan always says, remember to go do a crime. Take. Nope, 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 I don't want to edit it. There we go. Take care, everybody. This has been fun. Bye-bye. Should I call Officer Jenny on this place? Because this random stranger just walked in and is watching these kids, and the teacher's just beating them. Don't worry, kids, I'll go get help.